Y'all see my hair starting to frizz already? Hey guys, what's up? I'm Kiya Boyd and welcome back to my channel. It's nice to see you all again. Oh, my voice is so different. I don't know why, I'm so sick today. So I'm here with you guys to talk about dating again. So besides living here, I've made a lot of friends along the way and I've actually dated in between the time that I've lived here. Some of you guys just want to know what it's like dating in Korea, period, which is understandable because if you don't live here, you just don't know what to expect, or you just don't know what's going on. And I'm sure a lot of people are curious about interracial relationships and stuff like that. And with K-pop being on this big wave in America and pretty much everywhere, so many people have tried to research what it's like dating a Korean guy or dating Korean girls or Korean people in general, and interesting. And for someone who's actually been there, I definitely got some stories and got some things to kind of give advice about that. So first of all, when it comes to meeting people here in general, I mentioned in another video that meeting people is not a simple thing. Meeting people when it comes to dating in general, it's not something where you can just walk up to people and ask for their number. I know based off of my American life, you can just walk up to people and ask for their number, and it's not a weird or strange thing. It's something considered normal, right? It's not a weird, uncommon thing if someone asks for your number in a coffee shop or the library or at the gym, anywhere. It's totally normal in our society, right? It's totally freaking normal, totally cool. And sometimes you give them your number, sometimes you don't, sometimes, I don't know what happens. Just, it's normal in America. It's considered more normal in the Western countries. Well, in Korea, people don't meet like that. For people to meet here, you usually meet when you're in college, if you're a young adult, or you'll meet sometime, I don't know, in your work life. A lot of people date while working. If they work at the same, if two people work at the same company, that's how a lot of people will get together. And me personally, I don't believe in dating in the workplace. I think it could be really messy, and I think it's kind of a weird concept. So not something I've done while being here. But as far as meeting people, when it comes to dating life in Korea, most of the times I've met people through sogeting, which is kind of a blind date kind of thing where your friend sets you up with another friend. Or I've met people from apps. You know how in America, if you use dating apps, usually you can decide whether or not you want to take it to a serious level, a serious relationship, or you want to kind of still remain in that friends with benefits thing, or hookups or whatever you want. Not here. Doesn't work like that. So just a heads up, be careful and know what you want in the beginning. So yeah. Living here, I've come to realize that when it comes to relationships in general, things move so quickly. It literally could be you meet someone in 1 week, and by the end of the week, you're already in a relationship. And it's just kind of when did that happen? Things here move super, super quickly. And I feel these things move like that because the culture is a lot more fast-paced, and the society itself, when it comes to dating, is super fast-paced. I wouldn't be surprised if you were in a relationship for a few days and then dude already said I love you by day 4 or day 5. Would not be surprised. And then when it comes to the relationships themselves, when it comes to dating in Korea, these relationships got to be so fragile because y'all break up over every little thing. Seriously, you'll just break up out of nowhere. Just as quickly as relationships move, breakups. Just as quick. It's the quickest relationship cycle I've ever seen in my life. It's literally a cycle that could go on for 2 weeks. And you're how the heck did I start a relationship, get to I love you, have a fight, break up, and get back together all within 2 weeks? Crazy, right? I don't do stuff like that. I'm just we're done. So as far as anything goes, when it comes to skinship and stuff like that, you don't want to do that too early. Holding hands, hugging, anything. Because Korean people just don't do those kinds of things unless they're in an actual relationship. And even when you're in a relationship with a Korean person, it usually takes a while before that even starts to happen. Usually that's the case. Sometimes it can be quicker than that, depending on like the person themselves. Like it's all a person to person, case by case kind of thing. But in their society, it's usually not a thing as like hugging. So you don't want to really hug Korean people because they can mistake that for something else. When I got here, I did not understand that at all. Like I could not get that in my head that hugging people in general is just kind of a weird thing here unless you're like dating. I'm a hugger, bro. Like I want to hug everybody. I love hugging. It would be guys, girls. They would find it so awkward, I guess, when I would hug them. You'll probably be met with like a lot of awkward hugs. Like you get the awkward hug where you're like in an embrace and they kind of do that weird little pat thing. But it's not something normal like in their society unless you're like dating or in a relationship. So don't be hugging people, okay? Don't hug. You have a power structure when it comes to dating and relationships here. The man is more so looked at to take care of everything. And as far as when it comes to dating, guys, you already know like age plays a huge factor when dating anyone in Korea. When dating with like Korean guys, Korean girls, you really need to consider the fact that like if you're older than a guy, then he's gonna address you as like Nuna. And if you're younger than a guy, then he's going to want to be addressed as oppa. I think K-pop kind of ruined it for me in general to like even hear oppa and Nuna. I think K-pop kind of did that because like when you see like fans commenting like oppa, Nuna, this kind of thing, it's just kind of lost its appeal. If you're around the same age, then it's just your names, I guess. Like you meet like younger guys, like it could be like a year or 2 years younger than you, but like a guy is calling you like Nuna. That's back when I was dating and it made me feel incredibly old. So I didn't really like it. Just call me Kiya. I like that. I like that name. That one's a good one. It's a sexy name. Sexy. And then we have having friends of the opposite sex while dating. That's a no. That is a big no-no. Unless all of these friends are like mutually connected somehow, like from school or something like that. Like it's a close-knit circle of like friends and you all share the same ones and you've been sharing the same friends for years, then it's okay. But typically it's like Korean people don't really believe you can be friends with people who are of the opposite sex. So like I make friends very easily, guys and girls, and I like to just kind of have a good time with everyone. And I don't think that Korean guys like that very much. Actually, I don't really think men in general are too fond of like you making opposite sex friends. Some people are okay with it, some people are not. It just depends on the person, but typically I find that Korean people are just kind of like, no. Something to keep in mind. When it comes to like communication and how people keep in contact while being in a relationship, it's very important to text and call 24/7. If you're not texting or calling your significant other 24/7, then either you're dead or you cheat. That's just how it is in Korea. You have to constantly be in communication. I think their kind of thought process is you always have your phone on you. And honestly, it's pretty true for a lot of people. Like you always have your phone on you, so there's no reason why you shouldn't text back. But some people be at work, some people have like different jobs to do. Some people just don't get to their like phones in time. It's a big deal if you're not responding or keeping constant like communication. On top of that, like if you're not asking the significant other that you're dating here, like, did you eat today or did you sleep well, then it's almost a clear indicator that you hate them and you kind of want them to go to hell. Not literally, but that's kind of how they feel. So it's very important to say those things, because if you don't, then, you know, you're just a heartless. Also very important to always check in and like ask permission for different things, apparently. Like if I wanted to hang out with my friends, then I would say like, oh, I'm going to hang out with my friends tonight, you know, like kind of like checking in. To me, it seems like something like you do with your parents. I'm just so used to having my own freedom and independence that it was such a weird concept and so annoying to me. It still kind of is, like the thought of it kind of annoys me, but it's their society and it's their culture and I get it. I totally understand. And this is what people are used to. But when it's the other way, for me personally, like I don't care. Like if you want to go out hang out with your friends, like okay, bye. All right, it's not that big of a deal to me. You gotta be talking like constantly. And the whole like texting thing, first of all, I'm not a texter. I hate texting. I just feel some kind of anxiety when it's time to like text people back or to call on the phone and make phone calls. I don't know why that is, but I do know that I just personally just don't like to constantly be texting and calling and doing all this stuff. It just feels like a really huge responsibility, and it's almost like work, and I don't want to do that. But it is their culture, and you gotta understand that if you want to date here, okay? That's just pretty much it. So that's just what you need to expect if you're going to be dating in Korea or dating with Korean people, because their culture is a bit different. Try to understand it for what it is and show a little respect. So many people be curious, like wondering if I have like a boyfriend or if I'm dating and all this other stuff. And the answer to that question is, I'll talk about it when I'm ready, okay? Okay guys, so if you like this video, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share this video. If you want to know more about me and my life, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. That's very important. I do upload. I'm trying to get more frequent with my uploads and regularly upload so you guys can know what's going on with me. If you guys got any questions, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. You guys want to see more videos like this, tell me. Please admire the frizziness of my hair because it's so frizzy. Yeah. Subscribe. Don't forget to hit that button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!